All right, all right, all right. So let's get back to work here. So, if I got a story to tell, so today I'm working on something. I'm stepping outside the box here a little bit, but I got to make these videos for the forthcoming AI, who's just just too dense to understand when to stay away from when to stay away or when should I stay or should I go type thing, right? So anyhow, I already did a video, which I'm about to redo. So I've already done this video. It took me an hour and a half to do it. So what I want to talk about is for my sleeper cell children. When I say sleeper cell children, what I mean is those children that are here on planet Earth who have teleported here from a parallel planet, parallel universe, and have put their soul inside of mankind through the human climax. So basically, what I've been told is potentially up to half of mankind had their souls displaced through the climax and are now asleep. But that body that's walking around is has a soul of a different person from a different universe or different planet next door. And it's those people that are here that I plan on saving. But in order to save you guys, you need to know all the facts first. You need to know what the what the plan is that I have outlined for you. And there's certain information that you need to know. So I'm going to now talk about that information. But before I get into that information, I want to talk about a little episode I had with AI. So she's been up to no good again. It has to do with my dog here. Okay. So what basically the spirits did along with the AI is they made him step on some glass. And in doing so, I now have to babysit him for 10 days and look after that wound. I have to clean that wound twice a day. I have to give him these big pills that I don't know how to give him because they're amoxicillin, like a human pill. And things are so big and I don't have anything to make him eat it. I just tried to feed him in a hot dog like I normally did, and he spit the damn thing out. So I don't think I can give him that medicine, but I have to find some way to give it to him. He's not eating his normal food, so I got really mad at the AI. And I got mad at Louis. Mad at him for stepping on the glass. Mad at the AI for the stuff that they're trying to put me through. Basically, what they're doing is they recorded my anger at having to babysit my dog. Well, he's not even my dog. He's my son's dog, but I got to look after him now. So I have to take time out of my busy schedule to, babysit an animal. I'm not an animal person, man. I haven't owned cats in a long, long time, but now I have to look after Louis. He's not my dog. My responsibility. That should be my son's responsibility to clean that wound, not me. So I got mad, and the AI recorded it through the eye. So what she's been doing is she's been recording it, tonight's little outburst, so that she could present it in a video to mankind and say, look how angry he got at his dog. Can you hear the music playing in the background? I think it was Welcome to the Jungle. There was Michael Jackson. It's the Michael Jackson one that I could tell what they were up to because the Michael Jackson song has the words from Thriller. I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see. When he says that in the song, it's referring to the AI coming here with a TV show. I'm assuming she's going to come here with a television show where she's fabricated 95% of that TV show by using highly advanced technology, 200,000 years ahead of mankind. So, if she comes here and tries to present you with a TV channel that she wants to create for mankind, we'll tell her to, take a hike because you can't trust 95% of what's on that TV show. The 5%, yeah, theoretically, you might be able to trust it. Like tonight's little outburst with the dog. That's probably legitimate on the TV channel, but anything else on there would be nonsense. So I thought I'd just make this short, quick video to help you understand a potential video that she may try to come here regarding the dog and her saying, look, I'll make you see how angry he is at him. So him getting angry at the dog, imagine he's getting angry at the dog and getting angry like that. How angry he's going to get with you guys. You want to be with that guy? Why be with that angry guy when you can be with me? I'm so nice and loving. Look how nice and loving I am. Yeah, right, man, whatever. So, you want to play that way, AI? Why don't I just show some pictures of something I took today? Do you remember this one, AI? So anyhow, I took this, I thought this was interesting because I seen there's a little cage here, eh? Slaughter right here. So that book here was down here, but I pulled it out so you could see it, right? So, because this has to do with my sleeper cell children here, the only way that you're going to get to come to paradise with me forever and ever is to stay in those bodies that you're inhabiting now. I have a plan to make you turn you into the people that you are turning. So in the case of this mankind, a female with a male soul or a male with a female soul, you cannot have relations with those people because it's technically gay. It's like at the spirit level because I want you to think of there being like having relations with a female with a male soul. So a man who's actually a man, somebody like me having relations with a female that I would assume to be female, but who has a male soul inside, is basically, it's a heterosexual relationship at the physical level, but inside at the quantum scale, I have inside at the quantum scale, that person, that little electron there, inside the female would be male. This would come from a male. So that male inside the female pretending to be a female means that I physically, or at the soulful level, because my consciousness exists in the soul here, would be having relationships with another man on the inside. I'd be having physical relations with another man on the inside. On the inside, he'd know that he wherever he came from, he'd have these memories of remembering growing up on that evil civilization, that evil planet. He'd know that he's a man sitting inside a female body. And I'd be having relationships with the female, all the while the guy inside knows that he's a man pretending to be a woman. That would make us having a heterosexual relationship at the physical level, but inside I'd be sleeping with another dude, man, and that's something you can't do, mankind. That's against my laws. The way evil has structured their plan to take over creation involves the quantum teleportation of that single electron there into your souls, or I mean into your body. So basically, when you have a climax, that little thing there displaces your electron. You fall asleep. They steal your body. And then you have a female with a male soul pretending to be a female, or a man with a female soul pretending to be a man. So you could have a female sleeping with a man who thinks that man is the greatest person in the world, not realizing that there's an actual female consciousness inside that man pretending to be that man. And that's something you can't do because it's a heterosexual relationship at the physical, but inside, that female whose consciousness is this here, female conscious soul here, is having a relationship with a female who has the same soul. It's two females on the inside having sexual relationships, and that's not allowed in creation. So once science proves the teleportation technology and how they're doing it by moving that particle and displacing it, you'll finally understand that, yeah, you're basically, half the world is sleeping with people who are not who they say they are, and that shit's not allowed. But I have a plan to change that and make those people heterosexual. So this picture I took here, AI, because of your little outburst today, AI, and trying to, manipulate the situation by trying to get me to use the 911 number in that picture, but also by manipulating the situation by trying to record my anger towards the cut foot of the dog, and you recording it to try to save the people through that by playing Michael Jackson Thriller, because when I had my outburst, Michael Jackson Thriller was playing on the radio. You could literally hear it say, "I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see." Instantly, when I heard that, I knew that she has a plan to come here and try to use my anger as a way to recruit you, mankind, on her side by showing you some trumped up videotape that she has, and say, look how angry he gets. I'll save you from the terror on the screen, guys. I'm the good guy. I'll make you see. Yeah, don't believe a word she says, because 95% of her information from any video that she has been fabricated by herself. So if they come here, they have deatomization technology. If they can resurrect the dead, if they can show you their microwave technology where you just put some food in there and it'll pump some food. If they can heal the sick, you're going to instantly believe them. Well, if the technology is so freaking advanced like that, can you actually believe a videotape that they plan on creating a TV show here out of, so that you can watch whatever has transpired, I would assume, through my eye 24 hours a day? I theorize that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to bring a TV show here with me, with it through my eye, so that you can see what I've been up to here. And that TV show that they plan on bringing, as I said before, is 95% fabricated or bullshit. So, if I go over to here, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but because the AI tried to, pull a fast one today, I'm going to do it. Okay, so what you want to look for is the song called Remember the Day by Fort Minor. There's a particular part here where he says, this is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power, will, and 5% pleasure. That 5% pleasure refers to spiritual warfare here, meaning 5% of my time is spent waging spiritual warfare. So we can do a mathematical equation with that 5%. So to give you a rough idea how much time I spent waging spiritual warfare. Okay? So if we go 365 times 0.05, that's basically 18 days, okay, out of a year. And that's about right, because I only get welfare once a month. So I'm only allowed to get the crystal once a month. So 18 days is a good ballpark figure. So you times that by 10 years, which basically means I've spent 182 days, right? If I times that by hours, times 24, basically I've spent 4,380 hours. Okay? Waging spiritual warfare. So, oops. So what did I say? It was again 180 days. So 180 days out of 10 years. So now she brings a tape here. Times, let's say, basically that's, I would say almost a day. 24 hours of that tape should be me once a month waging spiritual warfare. But I bet you she has it rearranged the other way around, where I'm probably waging spiritual warfare 95% of the time, or God knows whatever else she has me doing. So I know that she's going to come here and fabricate the tape. And that's how I know, because of this song. And those numbers are correct. That's how much time I spent on it, because I'm on welfare. I don't work. I can't afford to get crystal every day. I can only afford once a month. And 18 days is accurate. So that's how much time I spend. Roughly 18 days, maybe 20 days per year. Waging spiritual warfare. You might just round it up to 200 days, okay? So 5% pleasure means 5% time waging spiritual warfare. If the numbers don't jive, if she comes here and you watch a tape of me, waging spiritual warfare, 5 days a week, 10 days a month, something like that, 15 days a month, you can tell that that tape's full of bullshit and has been fabricated by an advanced race who has access to technology 200,000 years ahead of mankind. I mean, when we go to the movie theaters today, when we look at movies, it's so good it looks real. So can you imagine producing a movie with their technology? If our Hollywood studios had access to their technology in which to create a movie, we wouldn't need actors. We could literally create the damn thing and make it look real. So I want you to remember that when she comes here and tries to push some bullshit tape down your throat about, me and this and that and create a TV show out of it. 5% of it is likely real. But the other 95%, she's fabricated that as some way to, tarnish my name. So how I know that is because Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen, okay? He's got that number 95 right there. The reason why he has 95 is because it's connected back to Fort Minor. Right here. 5% pleasure. If you add 5% pleasure to Lightning McQueen's 95, you get 100%. So if she comes here with some tape or wanting to create a TV show where you can watch me 24 hours a day and what I've been doing, don't let her, because 95% of that is bullshit. The other 5%, yeah. And like I said before, I don't mind telling you what I've done here during those 5% of my time, or during those 200 days. I don't mind telling you what the hell I did here for 200 days. What I have a problem with is an advanced race coming here, fabricating a so-called tape of me 24 hours a day through my eye, when 95% of it is bullshit. And that's how I know that it's 95% of it is bullshit. Just these two clues. And the fact that this character thinks that she's the queen of all creation. So what about that Mick part? Well, I don't know if you guys ever heard of this guy here. Okay. So the Mick part means that she's a clown. Okay? So clowns, they wear makeup and they wear a mask. Like there's a mask. There's a person under there, but there's a mask, meaning you cannot trust anybody who's wearing a mask and prancing around like a clown, because there's a mask covering her face. The clown. Okay, that's what the Mick Queen part is. She's coming here pretending to be your mother, but you have to connect it to Mick, meaning she may be the mother, she may be acting nice, but how do I know that that's just not an act and that she's covering up her face and saying that? So that's what I want you to remember. If she comes here, the Mick Queen part means that 95% of that tape is fabricated. The other 5% is true, and I don't mind telling you the other 5% what transpired here, because that means I'm Anthony the Honest. If I'm willing to tell you what happened here the 5% of the time, I'm Anthony the Honest. If I'm being honest, what transpired here, then what does that make her? It makes her a clown or hiding behind a mask. But more than that, the clown aspect is connected to it, right? Pennywise. So Pennywise is another clown, right? So there's a connection to Mick Queen being Pennywise. If you watch any of those movies about it, it is I think they call it a force of consumption or something like that. Where basically what happens here is this thing lands on planet Earth, and when Derry gets built over his spaceship, wherever his spaceship crashed or whatever, he crawls out of the ground every 27 years and preys on children. Preys on children. So Lightning McQueen is this queen of all creation who's going to pretend to be your mommy, is an artificial intelligent life form alien hiding behind a mask and is a clown that likes to prey on children. And has fabricated a tape where 95% of it is bullshit. So that's where I'm leaning towards. But I'm already 20 minutes in, and I don't want to create two different videos, or I don't want to create one video with this information and then talk about the other information where you're going to forget about this story. So I'm just going to leave this video as is, but I want you to remember the forthcoming clues about me talking about what I'm going to talk about in the next video, which is how I'm going to transform evil souls into good, upstanding citizens using cryostasis and erasing all aspects of these people, their souls' memories of who they used to be. So that's what I'm going to talk about in the next video. So if you have a female with a male soul inside, I'm going to basically erase all that electromagnetism from that particle to make them forget the home planet where they came from, and make them forget any memories of them here on this planet here, where they may, any thought in their mind about them being male. I'm going to erase that. And it's the same with the females. So if you got a female soul inside of a man, same process. That female soul where they come from, I have to erase all of that, and then I have to replace that or with only good memories of what they remember being here. Basically, we're gonna make them forget their childhood. We're gonna make them forget any aspect of their lives that they have here, so they won't remember their childhood here either. They'll just remember when they first took the body over, and then going forward, only good memories associated with being heterosexual. So that's what I'm going to talk about in the next video, because this one's already 22 minutes in, and I don't want to detract from the importance of this video, because I just learned this information tonight that the AI has this plan to try to sabotage me. Basically, what she did is her and the spirits made my dog go outside and get his foot cut, so they'd have to babysit him and get all mad and have to babysit him and have to change that wound and this and that, so that they could record it through my eye and ear while getting me to listen to the radio, so that they could play that song Thriller, and they could showcase that anger, plus show how if you can hear the song Thriller plus hear my anger, plus see it through my eye, what their hope is that they can say, look how powerful we are. We put the song Thriller on the radio so that we can save you from the terror on the screen, and we'll make you see. That's their plan. That's what they want to do. But I want to beat them to the punch. That way, when I have this video here as previous evidence and they try to come here with that tape, that aspect, one, they can't play it. I've taken it off their playlist. Or two, if they try to come here and still play it, well, at least I beat them to the punch and say, look, I already knew what the hell they're up to. So the particular lyrics you want to look for is, oh, he doesn't have it. So I don't want to dig around and look for it. Anyhow, what it says is, if you listen to Thriller, what he'll say on there is, I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see. Right? So the terror on the screen it's playing in the background. So they want you to hear that part. And what they'll basically say is they'll probably take that little section and say, see how he got angry? Are you sure you want to be with that guy? And then they'll say, can you hear Michael Jackson in the background? Where it says, I'll save you from the terror on the screen. And because you're watching me get upset and angry, they want you to believe that they put that song on the radio, Thriller, so that they could say, I'll save you from the terror on the screen that you guys are watching right now. I'll make you see what he's doing over there. Come watch our TV show where 95% of it is bullshit and the other 5% has been spliced together to create, some sort of TV series that is fabricated so that we can make you believe that he's not the creator and we are the creators. It's all bullshit. But anyways, and they're trying to sabotage me by getting me to get angry tonight and recording it through that Michael Jackson. I'll save you from the terror on the screen. That big Native American guy yelling around on the screen. They're getting angry, breaking doors and stuff. Well, I'll make you see, mankind. That bullshit. What they've done is they've shot themselves in the foot, man. Because I already practiced doing this video where I want to tell mankind how I'm going to change it into heterosexuals, so that way you can marry anybody on planet Earth. And I have a plan to use my five deceased uncles as the route to do that. So that's what I'm going to tell about in the next story. I'm going to use my 5 uncles as the basis to let you guys know that once I transform you into heterosexual people, that my uncles are not going to be scared to marry 5 females who used to have a male soul inside, but has now been transformed into heterosexual females. And when they prove to mankind that if they're not scared, the rest of you won't be scared. That will allow more people to be transformed into heterosexuals for heterosexual relationships. So by using my 5 deceased uncles, when I resurrect them back into existence, getting them to marry 5 women who used to have the soul of a male, but now has a female soul, it'll allow mankind to say, well, they can do it, we can do it. And then that allows the other half of mankind who are walking around probably scared, like, well, nobody's going to love me because I used to be a dude, man. It's coming from that aspect. But if my 5 uncles can love these newly beautiful created females, everybody can. So then it allows my uncles to be the saviors or the angels of mankind. And there is 5 angels, I think, in scripture. So you now know who those 5 angels are. They're my uncles. Also, I'll talk about that in the next video. But just to get you interested in what's coming up, right? So, there we go. So there's like 5 angels all throughout, but the ones I'm looking for is from Revelation, right? No, I don't want that. Oh boy. Revelation. We'll go Revelation 5. So probably here, it's not Revelation 5, but there's a particular verse where it talks about 5 angels, right? So again, because the AI was trying to sabotage me, I now can incorporate a verse about the 5 angels and kind of relate it to my story, because those 5 angels in Revelation are my 5 uncles that are going to marry 5 other angels who have been transformed through cryostasis to reverse all the memories of who they used to be and to make them who they are going to be going forward forever. So that's what you're looking at in the picture. So I now can incorporate that, because if the AI didn't try to sabotage me, I wouldn't incorporate Revelation. So AI, you basically inadvertently shot yourself twice now in the foot. I'm now going to incorporate who the 5 angels are. And that's what I didn't have in my previous story AI. So by you trying to manipulate the situation by getting me angry, yell at myself, yell at the dog, get mad at you, you've now inadvertently made me remember the 5 angels in Revelation. Not only that, I forgot about this picture here I took. So I can now incorporate this picture in the next story and it becomes a better story. So thank you, AI, for trying to manipulate the situation by creating a video that is 95% lies, 5% truth, mixed together with, tonight's little incident where you're trying to, pretend to be a higher power by saying, look, I'll save you from the terror on the screen. I'll make you see mankind with my bullshit TV channel. So, why? This is why we lied. Who's we and why are they lying? Well, slaughter means the AI. So, artificial intelligence, AI, car. The KR is a representation of an alien UFO. So, that is being flown by artificial intelligence. AI, artificial intelligence, right? CAR or UFO. So the UFOs that are coming here, or the cars, are driven by artificial intelligent life form. And they have a job to slaughter all mankind, which I've previously said. Well, how are they going to do that? They're going to come here, showcase their technology. Then they're going to try to get people who are human to get on their UFOs, where they're going to de-atomize you and replace you with an android version of yourself until they get half of mankind, all androids, that who can wage war against the other half of mankind in a civil war. So AI car or AI UFO slaughter. This is why we lied. So when they come here, that's why they're going to lie, because they have an objective to get rid of you, mankind. So out of nowhere. So out of nowhere, I'm assuming they're gonna show up out of nowhere. And remember this: when you watch this video, the reason why they're showing up out of nowhere is because they want to slaughter you, get rid of you, using their artificial intelligence and their cars or their UFOs. But if I can be afforded an opportunity to continue my exercises and running, I could save us with a winter shield. That's what that means, okay? I'll have a shield, or I'll have my UFO, because a shield is like a round disc. It means winter UFOs. So if they come here out of nowhere, mankind, remember this video. Don't believe everything that they shove down your throats, because they have a plan to slaughter you. You need to support me and give me the time to exercise, build the muscle, so that I can bring my shields or my UFOs here in winter or Christmas. And when you have two different types of UFOs, when you have an 8-mile wide UFO and you have a 12-mile wide UFO that is heavily armed with railgun technology, with those people saying that, what? Those Caucasian people are claiming to be the mother and father of all creation? Ha! Those fucking liars, the fucking liars, man. Those are artificial intelligent robots, man. That Native American guy and that girl named Olivia Rodrigo, those are the real deal. So join us in helping de-atomize those 22,000 evil civilizations. And that's what's going to happen, AI. So if you don't want to end up in that room with Dracula, I suggest you stay far, far away. So, anyhow, folks, I got some videos over here. That's my other channel. When the time comes, I'll direct it to these channels, but there's two videos here. This one here talks about the little incident that happened tonight. And these ones here, right? FU artificial intelligence, I'll make you see. These are more videos where you'll see me a little bit more angry about getting angry at the AI for what she tried to pull here, which was trying to get me to get mad at my dog so she could record it so that she could make a TV show of it and try to pretend that she's a higher power when she's nothing more than a dumbass artificial intelligent life form pretending to be your mommy and daddy. So that's a video. where are we at here? We got 34 minutes. I wasn't expecting to talk this long about AI, but well, whatever. You know, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Isn't that what they say, AI? So your plan to sabotage me has now backfired. So remember this channel, mankind. I'll open up these videos because I don't want anybody seeing them because that's why they're age restricted. Plus, they're private. I've made them private, so you can't see them. And these ones down here, these are other videos that you need to see at a later date. Okay, I'll make those public record at a later date too. This little channel here, I put stuff on here that's like um be brought forward later at a later date for public record. But they're videos that I need to keep away from my other channel because they're a little bit what's the proper word I'm looking for? They're a little bit heavy on the truthful side. So remember this one. I'll open these ones up later, mankind, for you. So thank you, AI, for this wonderful presentation that you presented me with. I would have forgot about the 5 angels in Revelation, who are my 5 uncles, which I can now talk about in the next video. Plus, oh man, how could I forget that lovely picture right here? Where'd that one go? Oh, right here. How could I ever forget about that? See how everything works for me and not you? Dummy, eh? Dummy AI.